Okay, I'm going to try to design part C in less than 4 minutes. There's 18 units along this way and 12 units along that way if we use a 2-to-1 scale. So let's begin by making the slab that we can add onto. I select the top plane. I like the center rectangle. And we said that for this slab, it's going to be 18 units this way and 12 units this way. We can click exit. I think we can also click exit over here. Maybe this one, which says to go ahead and exit the sketch. And we want to make that slab 4 units high. And there we go. Go ahead and hit the green check mark to say that we like it. It turns into the gray slab. Notice how this one is going from upper left to lower right. And then this one's going from upper right to lower left. So let's make it look more like the part by using our view. So I think it's going to be this hexagon right here kind of rotates it around so that it's slanting down into the left, slanting down into the left. That helps us visualize the part a little bit. You don't have to do that, but it does help you make sure the notch is going to be on the right side. We need to lock this in. I selected that plane. We need to lock it into the side and then draw it out like so. Now I'm going to use the Smart Dimension tool to get this edge defined to be just 2 inches from the edge. Now the whole thing right here is 12 units across, so that means that this needs to be at half the distance over there. So I need to type in 6. Now I'm looking kind of closely at this, and it looks like I might not have hit the edge. So let me go back and redo that. You can go Control Z until it's all the way off like that. And let's try that again. So we're going to do a feature that's going to be cut. And we need to select the surface, which is this one. And now let's go back and do the corner rectangle. And I'm going to use my scroll wheel to make sure that I'm right there on the edge before I make that cut. So Control Z is your friend when you end up making an error, just like I did. Then going over here, we said this one's going to be 2 inches. We said this one's going to be cut right in the middle, so it's going to be 6 inches this way. Now I'm wondering how far it is over here, so let's kind of count that. It looks like it's 1, 2, 3, so it looks like it's going to be 6 inches because we're doing a 2-to-1 scale. So from right there to right there, we can fully define that to be 6 inches. Exiting will begin the cut and do exactly what we wanted to do with 4-inch deep cut, and we've got our notch done. Similarly, let's go ahead and build up this other part. And let's build it up twice as high as we need to, I guess, and then go from there. Corner rectangle, we're going to snap to that one. I think I forgot to hit the escape key. Okay, yeah, let me try that again. So let's go ahead and extrude, and then we're going to select this top face. That's what we're going to draw on. Like that corner rectangle, maybe going from that one over to this edge, an arbitrary distance. Going back over here to our sketch, we can see that it's 1, 2, 3 units times 2 on a 2-to-1 scale is going to be 6. Smart Dimension. And you'll see that this is the only one we really need because we snapped it to the edge. All right, let's make that go up a little bit. Let's see how far it needs to go up. Looks like 1, 2, so it's going to be 4, and then we got to cut this thing in the middle. So let's use our old trick for that. We got the 4 right here, and because of symmetry, I guess we can go here, right click, pan, kind of move down a little bit. And then I guess back to select. I'm going to use scroll wheel to maybe zoom in. And let's go ahead and cut part of this off on the top. We're going to be cutting into this face. And because of symmetry, I'm going to use my center rectangle again. Now it looks like I didn't really get in the center of this piece. So maybe it's not really possible to get there unless I kind of get right on that midpoint and go this way. All right, so we're not so lucky on this one. So let's go back over to the corner rectangle and just go here and there. So we snap to the point and snap to the line, snap to the corner, snap to the line. And we know that the width of those should be 2 inches because they're 1 over on the diagram like this. and like that, 2 inches, and we know that we need to cut those down. Hopefully exiting will know exactly what we're going to do. It wasn't quite on the mark. We need to make that 2 inches instead. And we got it like this. Oh, and I did it exactly the wrong way. So, you know what? I mean, if you look at it here, that's exactly the wrong way that I was supposed to do it. Um, I guess what I was trying to do is draw that rectangle in the middle and cut through. And that got me confused. But we know Control Z is our friend. And we can even go all the way back and just draw one corner rectangle. And now, instead of going at the corners of that top, let's just do this and do one cut. That did not work, so I'm going to hit Escape and then try the blue and the corner again, making sure it's 2 inches from the edge. This one's still blue. It's not fully defined. And now it's fully defined. Let's go ahead and exit to begin the cut. And it looks like it forgot that I was doing the cut. And that's okay. If you do this right here and say extrude cut, it's going to say what surface do you want to cut on? This one right here. And you can actually say, what do you want to, I think, what do you want to cut? Let me pause for a moment to make sure that's correct. Okay, so I don't really like the way that it's doing this. It's adding another sketch. So I'm going to hit Control Z, and maybe I just need to take this sketch right here, highlight it, and then say I want to cut using that right there. And that works a lot better in this case. And then I hit this right here, and it looks like I'm done. Let's make sure we save this one as part C as a SolidWorks file and upload it into D2L. All right, on to the next video.